In today's video, we're going to go over a progression of activities to get very, very comfortable getting our hands to the ground. If you're new to this channel, I'm Tara. I'm a neurologic physical therapist. And today what I hope to accomplish is by the end of this video, giving all of you a game plan if you haven't touched the floor in a while, to get back to a point where you feel really comfortable getting your hands down to the ground. It's an invaluable skill. If you drop something, and I know a lot of you have resorted to reachers and other ways, or you have helpers at home that help you pick things up, but you really want to keep that independence as long as possible. So I can't think of a greater way to maintain your independence than being able to put your hands down on the ground. The first place we're going to start is really just to make sure that you have the range of motion in all of your joints to get your hands down there. So you're just gonna sit in a regular chair, and if you have like a little step stool, you're just gonna step your hands forward onto that stool. And then of course we're gonna step them or place those hands off to one side. This is a little bit of a stretching routine as well, getting those hips nice and stretched out, and then place your hands down on the stool on the other side and just hold it in each position for about 30 seconds. Okay, so the first set we're gonna do them all from sitting. I do think that's the easiest position to do it in initially. All right, so then we're gonna come back to the front and we're gonna still use that same stool. All right, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna scoot down to the stool. And you're gonna go through the same thing again. So sitting on the stool, reaching your hands off to one side, reaching them off to the other side. All right, again, just making sure you have the range of motion in all those joints. And then, because this is gonna be important when we get to the activities down the road or further in this video, you wanna be able to get your legs into different positions, because eventually we're gonna do this from standing. And it's good to make sure you can at least get your legs into the right positions while you're still in a nice, safe, seated position. So we call this kind of like half kneeling. And then you're just gonna put your feet on the ground or your hands on the ground, try and get a little bit of pressure through this knee. And then same thing on the other side. Rotate, get this knee down and put your hands down on that side and hold it for about 30 seconds. Again, just getting very comfortable with the floor, having a nice relationship, touching that ground. And then coming back up. Now for this next one, you're just gonna separate your feet about shoulder width apart, bend those knees a little bit, and just touch the chair. And then come back up and do that again. Little bend in your knees, touch the chair and back up. Then you're gonna set the chair a little bit off to one side. You're gonna step your feet so that they're staggered and touch. Bend those knees and come back up. And same thing on the other side. So that time your right foot was in front. You wanna do it with your left foot in front. You're gonna touch. Bend those knees a little bit and come back up. Don't skip over this step. Now I know it's easy or it looks easy, but this is what we're trying to do, is just build your body awareness, allow your body and your brain to figure out how you have to center your body and leverage your body to really be able to push with your legs. So don't skip over this step. All right, touch that chair. Get weight through evenly through both of your legs, little bend in your knees, and then come back up, because next we're gonna go to a lower surface, right? So when you're practicing here, be thinking that in your head that eventually we're gonna go down to a lower surface. So can you do this without falling onto your hands? Can you just lightly touch your hands and get them down there and come back up? All right, now we're gonna do the same thing onto that lower surface as I had mentioned. Squat those legs, touch, and come back up. You can even do this initially with a chair behind you, just for added safety. Touch down and come back up. And then you're going to stagger, left foot forward, touch, and come back up. And same thing. Now with the left foot forward, you're going to squat, bend those knees. Make sure you can gently touch your fingers down and come back up. Again, just touch your fingers down and come back up. If you feel like you're putting pressure on your hands, do not move on to the next one because it just might mean that you don't have enough strength in your legs to go any lower than that. But if you feel like you can do that pretty well, let's move on to the most challenging way to get those hands to the ground. All right, now we're gonna have some fun. So you're gonna get those feet shoulder width apart, squat, touch, and come back up. Okay, remember what I said. If you can't do it down to a stool, definitely don't do this. But if you did okay with that, you're gonna squat down, hands to the ground, and then walk your hands over to one foot, and then walk your hands over to the other foot, getting really comfortable having those hands down on the ground. Okay? All right, and then we're gonna change it. We're gonna do that stagger, and same thing. Hands to the ground, just kind of walk them around. Remember, the more comfortable you are with the ground, in my opinion, you're decreasing your risk for falling. Because what I see most people do, or what I've seen people do in public that are a little bit older when they have fallen, is when they lose their balance or they catch their toe on something, they panic. And I think part of that is because they just don't have that comfort level that if they got down to the ground, they'd be able to get back up. I just think it's so, so valuable as we age to regularly be in touch, hands to the ground, in touch with the ground, okay? So hands down, walk those hands around, and walk them back, and walk them back again, and then back up and up. That is it for this video. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I hope you will find one or two of these drills beneficial and you will incorporate them into your daily routine to decrease your risk for falling and maintain your independence. But if you like this kind of content and you're new to this channel, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so that you'll get notified every time we upload new videos. I enjoyed spending time with you all today, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.